Hey everybody, how you doing? This is Dr. Chris Rosiniak from Functional Health. I hope you're safe and you're doing what you need to do to keep healthy. I just wanted to make an announcement that we're introducing a virtual wellness program. Hopefully, we're going to launch this next week. What's going to include is daily workouts with Kyle and other people, some yoga, some meditation. Um, Also, we're going to have some cooking classes, cooking videos, I should say. Um, Meditation and some other things as well. So enjoy your workout with Kyle, and I look forward to seeing you on social media very soon. Take care. It's all yours, Kyle.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Chris. Welcome. I am Coach Kyle, your favorite certified fitness professional. And we're going to get the ball rolling today. Before we begin, here is what you need. We're going to make it nice and simple for you. You will need a backpack. You're going to fill that backpack with books or water bottles. You're going to use your discretion. Bottom line, I need a backpack that has some weight in it. You will also need your kitchen chair, right? Kitchen chair, I bet you have one. A chair that looks just like this. It cannot have wheels on it. Is going to be appropriate. One kitchen chair, get it, bring it nearby. Take a moment and find that chair. You will also need, if you have one, an elastic band. It doesn't have to look like my TheraBand here. If it has handles on it, that is okay. If it's a little bit longer, that is okay too. If you have an elastic band, please go grab it. And again, just keep that nearby. If you have dumbbells, I would highly recommend bringing them nearby as well. Anything is going to be appropriate here. If you have a set of 20-pounders, great, bring them over. If you have a set of 5-pounders, great, bring them over. We need some weight going on here if you have it. And finally, you're going to need a little bit of motivation and a little bit of drive to get through what we need to do today. Rather than just maintain your strength, I would love if we took this moment as an opportunity to get you a little bit stronger. All the usual excuses go out the window right now. Let's face it, you have the time, you probably have the energy. Let's make it happen here, everybody. But before we begin, we're going to be doing the 2-for-1 special here. We're not going to be doing your standard cardio warm-up followed by static stretching. What we're going to do is kind of combine the two together here. This is what we call a posture prep going on. What I would like you to do is get on the ground. We're going to start on the ground here. I'm going to tilt my camera downward a little bit here. Hopefully everybody can see me. We're going to be doing 25 repetitions of what we call a reverse crunch. What that means, in plain English, you're going to get flat on your back. I want a 90-degree bend in your knees. That bend will not change more, it will not change less. All I want you to do, try to keep your head relaxed on the ground, keep that angle, pull the knees in, ideally getting the hips off the ground a little bit, coming onto the backs of your shoulders. You're going to return by tapping that heel on the ground. You're going to make sure to breathe out on the way up and breathe in on the way down. Exhale up, inhale down. I need 25 of these in a row, everybody. We're going to begin in 3, 2, and 1. You got about 40 seconds to get through 25 repetitions of these little guys. Get up and go. And remember, the breathing becomes really important here, folks. You gotta make sure you are breathing out on the way up and you're breathing in on the way back down. I want you to do your best to try to keep your shoulders flat on the ground. Don't let your head come up. I'm only bringing my head up so I can talk to you here. Exhale on the way up, inhale on the way down, and as an option, the hip doesn't have to come off the floor. If you have any kind of back injury, that is okay. Primary movement is going to be located at the hip. It's not going to move more, and it's not going to move less than that. We're going to take a break in 3, 2, 1. Right now, I want you to take 20 seconds off. You don't even have to get up. You don't even have to move anywhere. We're going to do one more set of 25 of these, everybody. And again, you're going to have about 40 seconds to get it done. Take a deep breath in. I want you to think about squeezing those abdominal muscles before you lift the heels off the ground. All right? You got one more set, 25 repetitions in 3, 2, 1, and go. You got 40 seconds to get through 25 of these little guys. And if you can get that hip off the ground, that is awesome. And again, if not, that is okay too. You're breathing out on the way up. You're breathing in on the way down, and you're really trying to feel those abdominal muscles working here. You got 20 more seconds to get through it, and then we're moving on here, everybody. Right about now, you should be feeling a little bit warmer. Should feel that heart rate coming up a little bit more. That is what we want. If you're feeling it in your back, I really want you to squeeze those abdominal muscles before you initiate any movement. We are done in 3, 2, and 1. We're moving right along. We're going to go into a set of shoulder bridges, also to the tune of 25 reps. You're going to keep your hands on the ground. I want you to tuck your heels into your butt, really as close as you can. You're going to keep your feet shoulders width apart. Take a deep breath in. And when you exhale, you're pushing that hip off the ground as high as it will go. Breathe in on the way down, and you're going to breathe out on the way up. On the top part, you're going to count to 1,000 before you come down. Again, you got 40 seconds. Try to get through about 25 of these in 3, 2, 1, go. Remember, that head should be more or less relaxed on the ground. We're trying to move really from the hip. You're going to pick up a little bit of movement in that knee joint as well. On the way up, I want you to squeeze your glutes, kind of like you're going to crack a walnut with your butt cheeks here. You want to feel those glute muscles engage at that top part where you're holding for 1,000, and then you're breathing in all the way down, and you're relaxing. 10 more seconds, everybody, and then you get a little bit of rest here. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Right now, you don't even have to move. You don't even have to get up. I want you to adjust your foot position, adjust your leg position. You may notice your feet are kind of migrating a little bit further away. Go ahead and tuck them back in. I want you to push your body weight down through the heels for this next set. Connect through the heel, deep breath in, and exhale, come all the way up. We're going for 25 of these. Again, you got 40 seconds to get through all 25. Exhale on the way up. Inhale on the way down, and I want you to try to finish with your back flat on the ground. Here we go. All we got to do is get through 25, and we are moving right along. You got 40 full seconds to get through it. Everybody should be able to finish this. If you have any pain or discomfort on this one, I'm going to have you talk to Dr. Chris. This is a hip hinge movement. Everybody should be able to do this. It is so important. All right, folks, you got 15 seconds left. Go ahead and give me a clean finish. Remember, all you need is 25. No more, no less. If you're finished, great. I want you to take a deep breath in and out. Maybe drink a little bit of water if you got a water bottle. Hopefully everybody has a water bottle waiting for them here. 3, 2, and 1. Looking good. We are moving right along. Up next, we have a fire hydrant matrix. Here's what that means in plain English. You're going to get your knees as wide as your hips. You're going to get your hands as wide as your shoulders. You're going to take your elbows and point them towards your knees. I want you to keep your back flat. We're moving from the hip. All I want you to do is lift the knee up, bring the knee backwards, bring it forwards in a circle. Up, forwards, and backwards. Up, forwards, and backwards. You only need 10 of these, everybody. Every 2 movements is 1 rep count. You're still going to get about 40 seconds to get through it. 3, 2, 1, and go. I want you to only focus on your dominant side for now. Everybody do the right side. Most of you are probably right-handed out there. We got 10 on the right, 10 on the left. That means there's going to be 20 individual movements per side. And as you're doing this, I really want you to pay attention to your back. Make sure when that knee comes up, you're not pitching the back, you're not moving. The only thing you should see moving is your hip. We don't want to have any movement in the back. I don't want you to think about trying to get the tip of your knee up to about belt height. Really try and get it up high. Clean circle going backwards, clean circle going forwards. We're going to be switching to the other side in 3, 2, and 1. Bring everything back down on the ground. Make any adjustments with your knees. Make sure they're not all the way together. Remember, knees are going to be as wide as your hips. Hands are going to be as wide as your shoulders. Give me that other side in 3, 2, 1, and go. Fire hydrants. We need 10 repetitions. Going to be 20 individual movements. Let's go. Show me what you got. Looking good, folks. You got 20 seconds left. I need a nice, clean finish. Once you're done, again, you don't even have to go anywhere. You get to stay right on the ground. We're going to be moving along here, folks, in 3, 2, and 1, and you are done. From here, all I need you to do is get flat on your back. You're going to bring your knees together, about a 90-degree angle, just the same way we started with the hip raises here. Keeping those knees together, keeping that 90-degree bend in your knee. You're going to slowly rotate from the hip and lower back towards the right. I want to see if you can get your knees to hit all the way to the ground and then we go to the left. You're going to take your hands, you're going to plant them on the ground nice and firmly. I don't want the movement to go further up your spinal column than we need to. So again, we're going to keep that head flat on the ground, keep the eyeballs looking up, rotate to the left, come back to the middle, and rotate to the right. We need 20 of these. It's going to be 10 on the right, 10 on the left. Going to give you a little bit more time on this one. You got a full minute. Give me 20 right now. 3, 2, 1, and go. This is a pretty important movement here, everybody. This is focusing on the relationship that your hip has with the lower back. The hip has to be able to move, and it has to be able to keep stability. It's got to be good at both things going on here. And again, try to figure out the breathing. You should be exhaling when the legs are coming up. You should be inhaling when those legs are coming back down here. And if you can get close to the ground, let's see if you can get the legs all the way down. I want a full range of motion to the right, full range of motion to the left, and you should feel a lot of activity around the core and mid region, and especially along your sides, right along your obliques. You got 20 seconds left. This is only going to be for one set, and then we're moving right along here, everybody. You got 10 more seconds. Come on. And 3, 2, 1. You are done, and we are moving along here. From here, we're going to do what we call a plank matrix. What I need is for you to begin on your elbows. You're going to begin on the ground. Ideally, you're in a clean plank position. What we're going to do is rotate on the right arm. We're going to reach up towards the ceiling. We're going to come back to the middle. And then we're going to rotate to the left. Take a moment, find your balance in the middle, and then we're going to transition. This is going to be for a unit of time. We're going to see how many of these you can do in 1 minute. Option, it's a challenging movement. So what you can do is tuck the feet back behind your butt. That'll eliminate about half the load. I'm running out of room here. But you can see I eliminated that amount of length I have in my body. And I'm going to be able to go through the movement in a way that is possible for me. You got 1 minute. Get through as many as you can in 3, 2, 1, go. You're also going to have to learn how to keep good pressure in your core and at the same time let air in and out. Very, very commonly, I'm going to catch people holding their breath while they're doing any kind of core movement here. We got to be able to breathe in and breathe out and keep tension throughout that core region. Now, what I want you to think about is trying to keep a consistent tempo throughout the entire minute. Don't start going very, very quickly and then barely be able to finish. I want you to move slowly. I want you to move smoothly. Show me a good bit of transition and precision going on in that plank. You got 15 seconds left, everybody. There we go. Come on. Jack that hip up nice and high. Do not let that hip fall closer to the ground. I want you feeling high and engaged, especially in the hip during that side plank. You are done in 3, 2, and 1. From here, I want you to grab your elastic band. If you don't have an elastic band, that is okay. Maybe grab a couple of those water bottles that are in your backpack here. We're going to do what is called an L, X, and a T. It's going to adjust my camera here a little bit. What I need is for you to grab the elastic band with your hands about shoulders width apart. You're going to keep the elbows tucked into your side. All I need you to do is take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, we're going to externally rotate that shoulder until the band actually touches your shirt. There it is touching my shirt. There it is coming back to the middle. Exhale, rotate out, inhale, bring it back in. I need 10 of these. We're going pretty quick on this one. You only have 30 seconds to get through it. 3, 2, 1, and go. Remember, the motion is only done when that band touches your shirt. And if you have a can of soup or a water bottle in your hand, I want you to really just bring it out to the side, imagining that band touching your shirt. You got 15 seconds, and then we do it again here, everybody. Good, 10 seconds left. Make sure you're keeping good posture here. Remember, we're doing a posture prep series of movements here. So the whole time, I want you thinking about bringing your chest up high and keeping a nice straight back. 3, 2, 1. You're going to take a break for about 15 seconds. Let's go ahead, relax that upper body for a moment. As you're relaxing the upper body, I want you to think about your posture, right? Are you hunched forward, right? Are you a little too far back? We should see a nice straight line going up your back here, everybody. Pick that band up again. We got that 90-degree bend. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, Pull that band out to the side, let it touch your shirt. And remember, you got a good degree of adjustments you can make within that band. If I can't get it all the way there, maybe I want to use a little bit more slack in that band. That is okay. All I need are 10 of these, 3, 2, 1, and go. Remember, you got 30 seconds to try and get through it. If you get through all 10, completely cool. Just rest, maybe drink a little bit of water. We could all probably use a little bit more water. Perfect. You are done in 3, 2, and 1. From here, we're going to do what is called an X. I want you to imagine a letter X drawn right in front of your torso. We're going to keep your knuckles facing the ceiling. We're going to really keep your shoulder blades pulled down. And all I want you to do as one fluid movement is bring your right hand up, left hand low, reload it back in the middle, and then switch. Center, switch. Center, and switch. You got 10 of these. So basically what I'm doing is I'm drawing a letter X. I really want you to be aware of your elbows. Don't let the elbows move. That is all on the shoulder. 3, 2, 1, and go. I need 10 of these. Make them smooth, make it count, and remember to return back and squeeze those shoulder blades down. We don't want to finish with your shoulder blades up like this. Keep everything down and back. You got 15 seconds left, and then we're going to take a little break and do it one more time. And again, are you breathing? Are you picking up any movement in the elbow? Try to take a look at your reflection. Maybe you have a shadow on the wall. Maybe you can look in your TV screen. Find some way to get some feedback. I want to know that the elbow is not moving. You are done in 3, 2, and 1. You got a 20-second break, and then we're doing it one more time. Again, go ahead and relax. Think about where your shoulder should be. Think about where your posture should be. If you want to clean up your posture in 2 seconds, you're going to bring your shoulder blades down. You're going to bring your shoulder blades back, and that is where your posture should be. We got one more set in 3, 2, 1, and go. Show me that nice clean letter X, and remember, it's only done when that band touches your shirt. Don't half rep it. You got to pull it all the way in. Get me through another 10. Let's go. Looking good, everybody. Remember, all you're doing is moving a big rubber band. You're in charge of it. It is not in charge of you. Ten more seconds. Come on. And you are done in 3, 2, and 1. Take a break for a moment. I'm going to demonstrate what we're doing next. We have a T coming up. Your knuckles are going to be facing up towards the ceiling. Your shoulder blades, again, they're down, they're back. And you shouldn't see any movement in the elbow. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, you're going to move from the shoulder and get your band to touch your shirt. So from the side, here's what it's going to look like. Deep breath in, reload, make any adjustment with the shoulder that you need. Exhale, bring it out. Give me 10 of these in a row in 3, 2, 1, and go. T-pull, go get it. You got 30 seconds to get through 10. And remember, you're going to check and double check your shoulder position, right? Shoulder should be down here and even to the side. I should be able to keep my shoulders down and back. You got 10 more seconds. I really want you to take a good and honest look at your shoulder and your body position. Sometimes where you think your body is might not be the reality of it. 3, 2, 1, take a break. You got 20 seconds off. We got one more set of these, and then we are moving right along. There you go. I know a lot of you may have not moved a whole lot lately. I'm glad you're with us here. You got to start from somewhere. We're going to be probably in our homes for at least another month or two, so you want to get used to doing things differently, even though you might not be able to get into a traditional gym right now. We got one final set of the T-reach in 3, 2, 1, and go. You got 30 seconds. Give me all 10. Exhale on that pull. Inhale when you come back in, and make sure your head doesn't move. That's another real common mistake we got going on here. The only moving element we should have is right at your shoulder. Show me what you got. You got 15 seconds left, and then we're moving along. And 3, 2, and 1. Take a break for a moment. I got one more for you. This might be the most challenging one for a lot of you. We have what is called a chin tuck. For your chin tuck, you're going to need your wall. All I need you to do is stand flat against your wall. I need you to get your lower back in contact with the wall. Check it with your hands. Make sure that gap is closed. You should not be able to put your hand in the lower back. Keeping that gap shut, you're going to take your head. You're going to bring it into the wall. Check that lower back again. Make sure it's not moving. Keeping the lower back and head in contact with the wall. All I need you to do is bring your chin down low and then bring your chin up high. Chin low, chin high. And again, you should not be able to put your hand underneath the lower back. I need 30 of these. That is right. You heard 30. I'm going to give you a minute 10 to knock out all 30 reps. Find a wall, plant that lower back firmly against it. Make sure to check it with your hand. Should not have any clearance in there. Head up and down 30 times. And again, the head should not leave the wall. And then we're going to begin the real work here. If you feel like you're kind of getting stuck in the mud a little bit and the head might not want to move until the lower back leaves the wall, what that really means is we want to focus on your body's ability to generate movement in one small spot in your back and not move anything else below it, right? So basically, if you're not able to move your head without that back leaving the wall, that means your lower back is sacrificing a little bit of its posture, its stability, and its weight-bearing capability in order to move your head and your neck. It is a pretty reasonable thing to ask you to be able to move your head without having that lower back shift its position. You got 10 more seconds, everybody, and then we're going to get the ball rolling here. All right, 3, 2, 1. Take a break for a moment here. Check it out. I want to make sure everybody can see my whiteboard behind me here. Here's what we are looking at. We have, it's going to be a little bit longer than 15 minutes. We have a skill-based workout going on here. Here is what we got. We have time sets. You want to get through 12 repetitions in 1 minute. Pretty reasonable. Then we have a full minute to take a break. We do our next set at 12. Another minute for a break. Next set at 12. Another minute for a break. And we're moving right down the list here. So we have a squat, we have a push-up, we have a side lunge, we have a dumbbell row. You can also use your backpack for that one. We have a one-legged box squat. Most people know that as a pistol squat. And we have a chopper, which is really going to be a rotational press, either with your backpack or your dumbbells here. So check it out. If you got dumbbells, awesome. If you don't have your dumbbells, I need you to get your backpack. Check it out, everybody. What you are going to do is you're going to take your backpack. Hopefully you got it loaded up with books or water bottles, maybe a combination of the two. And you're going to wear it in the front, just like this. All I need you to do is keep your feet shoulders width apart. You're going to point your toes straight ahead. Come all the way down as far as you can. Make sure you exhale and stand all the way up. Your option is going to be to use your kitchen chair if you have any kind of lower back issue going on here. So I'm going to just adjust my screen a little bit. Check it out. All you would be doing is coming from a full sitting position into a full standing position without leaning forward. You got 1 minute to get through 12 reps in 3, 2, 1, and go. Give me 12, and then you get a full minute off. I want you to take your time here too, folks. Make sure you're doing it correctly. If you don't have a ton of weight available to you, it is going to be a really good idea to spend a maximum amount of time under tension. So I'm not just going to plop down in my chair. I'm going to come down nice and slow in a count of 3. And I'm going to exhale as I come up. We're going to spend a maximum amount of time under tension here. Again, we're going up to 12 reps. As soon as you get 12, you get to take a break for a moment. We're going to be moving together, and then we're going to be taking a break together here, everybody. You got 20 seconds left in set number 1. All right, everybody, you're going to be taking a break here in 3, 2, and 1. From here, you can have a seat in your chair, or you can just kind of take a moment. I want you to deload, check that heart rate, bring it back down under control. Maybe put a little dent in that water bottle if you're feeling thirsty here, everybody. This is the kind of workout that I want everybody to be prepared for. If you're just kind of winging it, if it's your first workout in a long time, it's going to feel challenging. The best way to make your work here as comfortable as possible. Just show up prepared. Do you have a good night's sleep? Do you have good food in your system? Are you hydrated the right way? These are all things that are going to determine how comfortable you are while we are executing this, all right? If you follow proper preparation, your performance will increase. We call it the law of the P's. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. I need you to prepare. Are you ready? We're going to begin set number 2 of the squat. Again, all you need are 12 reps. We're going to be taking off here in 3, 2, 1. You got 1 minute, knock out 12. What I want you to think about is really trying to maximize your range of motion. Are you able to get your butt all the way down? Are you able to keep your heels on the ground? Are you able to do your squat without leaning too far forward in the back? I think everybody here knows a squat is really a leg-based movement, right? So we should be able to squat down without leaning forward in the back here. You got 30 seconds to knock out set number 2 here, folks. All right, come on, crew, final 15. Take a break in 3, 2, 1. You get a full minute again. Take a break for a moment here. We got one more set with the squat, and then we're going to be moving along into the push-up here. At this point, you're probably feeling a little bit sore, probably feeling a little bit fatigued going on in the legs there. If you're feeling very ambitious, maybe you can take your backpack, put it on, and combine the dumbbells with it. You got to do what you can to work within your ability here, everybody. Something I want you to think about also is your breathing. I want to be able to hear your breathing. I want to be able to feel your breathing. I want to be able to see your breathing. Use your senses to figure out if you are breathing the right way. We want to make sure that you're engaging your core fully. And guess what? If you want to engage your core fully, you have to be breathing the right way. Final set. We are taking off here in 3, 2, 1. Give me the squats. I need 12 of them. As you're going through your final set of squats here, everybody, I just want you to keep listening to me. When you are done with the squat, feel free to take your backpack, take it off, put your weights back down on the floor, because we're going to be gearing up to do the push-up coming up next. You got 30 seconds left to finish here, everybody. I want you to think about this. If you're feeling challenged, you're only moving half the time here. We have 1 minute where you are moving, and then you have 1 minute for a break here. So you're only moving a total of half the time we're actually spending together today. So try and move good. All right, team, you are done in 3, 2, and 1. You are done with the squats. Perfect. Put your weights down. Now we're going to be getting ready to go to the floor. We got a push-up going on here. We're going to do your push-up in a very specific way. We're doing what is called an airplane push-up. Check it out. If you ask Dr. Chris, he's going to tell you your pulling muscles are going to be a little bit more important, especially for posture, than your pushing muscles. Here's what we got going on here. You're going to start flat on the ground. You're going to keep your knees off the ground, ideally. It's okay if you got to do the push-up from the knees. Step 1, you're going to pretend you're an airplane. Hands go out to the side. Step 2, you're going to bring your hands right underneath your elbows. Got to keep those elbows about 2 inches below the height of the shoulder. Then we're going to lift the hip off the ground, and then we're going to initiate your push. You're going to breathe in on the way down, pretend you're an airplane, knees and hips off the ground, and make sure you exhale on the way up. Option, you're going to tuck the feet back behind your butt. That hip will still rise off the ground before you initiate your push. We got 12 of these things going on in 3, 2, and 1. I want to know who can deliver a good push-up. There's a reason why we're doing this also. That little airplane part, that is called a rhomboid abduction. That is helping to engage those pulling muscles, kind of like we did in the warm-up here. And also, what we're doing is making sure that you're getting a full range of motion in with your push-up, all right? A lot of people are not going to go all the way down, but this way you have to go all the way down. You got 30 seconds left here, everybody. Remember, you should be targeting 12 of these things, and you don't even have to move when you're done. You can just lay flat on the ground. Good, you got 20 more seconds here. Give me a good, clean finish. I need you to lean through to the very end. Get it done. You got 10 seconds left here, folks. And 3, 2, and 1. Like we talked about, you get a full minute to rest and recover and think about your next set of 12. What I want you to think about also is the amount of consistency you can bring into your push-ups. I don't want you to be able to do 1, 2, and then by 10 or 12, you're really slowing down. If you feel like you are not able to go through the set of 12 with a consistent tempo, give yourself a little bit more time in between each individual movement. That's another beautiful thing about the airplane push-up. You can take as much time as you want on the ground as you would like. So I'm getting something that I want, which is a full range of motion, and you're getting something that you want, and that is however much rest you would like in between each individual movement. Are you ready? We're going to be taking off into set number 2. In 3, 2, 1. Give me 12 of those push-ups right in a row. Show me what you got. And I need that core engaged fully. Don't let that core get all floppy. That is the whole point of keeping the knee off the ground the whole time and keeping the hip off the ground the whole time. What we don't want to see is you come up with that ugly amount of extension in the back. A push-up should have a completely stable core the entire time. That is what I want to see. You got 30 seconds to get through it. And remember, you got to keep yourself on the hook with your tempo. Don't start fast and then barely be able to finish and cross that finish line. Bring consistency into your movement. That is the whole point of doing strength training. Your body responds very positively to that controlled set of movements, controlled tempo. All right, team, you get another minute for a break in 3, 2, and 1. Take a break. You got 1 minute. I want you to try and tuck yourself into one more set. You have one more set of 12 push-ups, and then we are moving right along. Now, if you detect that your form is going a little bit out the window here, what I would like you to do is regress it. It's okay to do it from the knees, okay? Even if you get 2 sets that are perfect and that third one's getting a little bit sloppy, make it tight. Do the regression. Go from the knees. If you are going from the knees, I need you to make sure that you're moving from the knee as a pivot point. I can't tell you how many times I see people think you do push-ups like this when they're from the knees. Proper way to do it, if you're doing it from the knee, get flat on the ground, then tuck the feet back behind your butt, lift that hip off the ground, and that is how you establish that pivot point from the knee. You got your final set coming up here in 3, 2, and 1. 12 push-ups, make them count. And ask yourself too, are you holding your breath the entire time, or are you breathing properly? Remember, you're breathing in on the way down, you're breathing out on the way up. Very important. If you want to move consistently for an hour, which is about how much time we're spending together, you're going to have to breathe. You may feel like it's stronger without breathing, and you're right for about 2 or 3 reps, but eventually your body needs to breathe. Make your breathing better than it needs to be. You got 30 seconds left in the set, and then we're moving right along here, folks. All right. All right, folks, 3, 2, and 1. We're moving right along. If you take a look at my whiteboard here, we're going to be moving on to the side lunge. We're going to bring your dumbbells up into your shoulders if you have them. If you don't have dumbbells, guess what? You're going to take your backpack. You're going to hold it up by your shoulders. Really, it's going to be right in front of your chest here. Now, all we want is a side lunge. It is going to be for 12 repetitions on the left and 12 on the right. Let me show you what we're working with here, folks. Check it out. What you're going to do is keep your backpack up like this. We're going to initiate a bend in the right knee. The left one's going to be straight. We're going to return back to the middle, keep the feet shoulders width, toes straight ahead, and to keep it simple, we're going to step with that right side. Now think about it. A lunge should come from where? A lunge should come from the legs, right? So we don't want to see a whole lot of lean going on with your back. Right leg is going to be bent. Left leg is going to be straight. I need 12 on the left, and then we're doing 12 on the right. 3, 2, 1, and go. Now for this one, you're only getting 30 seconds per side here. We're trying to move on a little bit more quickly. Looking good, everybody. You're able to keep that tempo. I know 12 in about 30 seconds is a little bit more quickly, but we got that blood flowing right now. Trying to bring up the intensity a little bit. I'm going to have you step to the other side in 3, 2, 1, and go. Keep those shoulders up, chest up high, to the left, and then back to the right. You only got 30 seconds here, everybody. Make them count. Come on, 15 seconds left. All right, team, you get to take a break in 3, 2, and 1. Take a break for a moment. You got a 1-minute break going on here. Feel free to put that weight down for a second. How's that backpack feel? The beautiful thing about the backpack, too, if you need to make it a little lighter, take a couple of those water bottles, put them on the ground. Take a couple of those books out, put them on the ground. You got to make it to where it is challenging, but at the same time, you're able to accomplish it with form and with precision here. What I want you to think about is your foot position. When you are doing a lunge the right way, you should be able to keep both feet flat on the ground. I really want you to take a look at this foot here. I'm not letting it roll on the side. That is how people can get injuries, especially in the ankle. We're only going down as far as our ankle will let us. Both feet flat on the ground. And again, we come back to shoulders width apart. Make sure you're not going too narrow because you're going to be a little bit off balance. We're taking off into our next set. I need 12 on the right, 12 on the left in 3, 2, and 1. You only got 30 seconds per leg here. I want you moving quickly and with precision here, everybody. If I could do it for you, I would. Looking good, looking good. Try to really settle down. Find your range of motion. Find out where you're capable of actually accomplishing here. Remember, I'm looking for one leg to be bent and the other one is completely straight. Don't let the straight leg buckle in. You got to keep it locked out. We're going to be switching to the other side in 3, 2, and 1. 30 seconds, 12 repetitions. Show me what you got. Looking good. Make sure you're keeping that core engaged. And right about now, I want you to take a good and honest look at your back. Are you leaning forward or are you able to keep yourself straight? Remember, a lunge should come from the leg. So no matter what you are lifting, I should only be moving from the leg. I should not be leaning forward with my spinal column here. You get another break in 3, 2, and 1. You're breathing. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. If you're wearing an iWatch, if you're wearing a heart monitor, I want you to take a look at the heart rate. You got to do whatever you can within this minute to bring the heart rate back down. If we're trying to dial it up in the next minute, we got to give your heart a place it can go. I want you to take 2 to 3 slow, deep breaths. In through the nose and out through your mouth. Do that 2 more times. In through the nose and out through your mouth. You should notice that the heart rate, each time you repeat that, is able to get a little bit lower. That's assuming you're breathing the right way through the entire set of 12 on each leg. If you weren't holding your breath, you're probably going to see the heart rate come up a little bit. Check it out. We got your final set coming up. Remember, I want 12 on the right. I want 12 on the left. Final time, you got to do it in 3, 2, 1, and go. Get up and move. 30 seconds on the right, 30 seconds on the left. Show me what you got. Remember, you need 12. It's going to be 24 individual movements here, everybody, but this is going to be the last time you see a lunge in the day here. All right, everybody, you're going to switch legs in 3, 2, and 1. 30 seconds, give me 12 on the other side here. I want to see that precision that we talked about. Your feet should be flat on the ground. Be careful with your balance. The more tired you get, the less aware you will be when it comes to attention to the details. Right now, you're making sure everything looks sharp. You only need 10 more seconds here, everybody. And 3, 2, 1. We are moving right along here. Check it out. We got the dumbbell row coming up. I'm going to show you a couple different versions here. If you got a dumbbell, great. Go get it. If not, you're going to grab your backpack. If you're doing the dumbbell row, what we are doing is keeping your feet directly underneath your hip. We're keeping one hand in contact with that chair. It's going to help keep your back a little bit more stable. Make sure your knees are straight. Don't let your knees buckle in. Should feel a little bit of tension going on there in the hamstrings. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, you're going to pull up and then slowly come down. Make sure that shoulder is not dropping. The only moving element should really be the arm. The shoulder shouldn't move up or down. It is a point of mobility and stability, but it shouldn't shift too far up and down. If you got a backpack, I'm going to have you grab them by the top loop, just like this, or by both handles. You're going to do the same exact motion. Knuckles going to be out to the side. Pull up. 1, 2, 3, on the way down. Exhale on the way up, and inhale on the way back down. You got 1 minute to get through 12 on the right and 12 on the left. 1 minute, 12 on both sides. We're going to be taking off in 3, 2, 1, and go. Give me my 12 reps. If you want to get technical, if we're going from the front view here, when I'm doing my row, I should not see one shoulder come below or above. It should stay in one spot. And take a good, honest look at those knees as well. Make sure your knees are not buckling in. Are you breathing the right way? Are you exhaling on the way up? Are you inhaling on the way back down? Right now, we are halfway through our minute. You should be about to switch to the other side. Give me my 12 on the other arm. Show me what you got. Remember, you got to think about what should be moving, and you got to think about what should not be moving. All right? We don't want to pick up a whole lot of movement in your hip or your back. The only moving element should really be the arm. All right, team. 3, 2, 1. Take a break. You got 1 minute. If you got your chair out, you might as well just have a seat in it. Breathe. Again, drink. Check your heart rate. Bring the heart rate back down a little bit. If you feel like challenging yourself, maybe put another book or water bottle in that backpack. If you're lucky enough to have a dumbbell, try to commit to using that weight, or if you got a heavier one laying around, commit to using that heavier one. After our minute is up, we got 12 more on the left. We got 12 more on the right. So it's going to be 30 seconds per arm. All right? Set number 2 is going to be coming out at you. And again, the more tired you get, the more attention I need with the details. Main thing you got to prevent is your back from moving. Your back does not like to move under load in that plane of rotation. That is why so many people will blow out their back shoveling snow. A lot of the real common sports injuries, right? Tennis elbow, golfer's elbow, they all involve rotation. You always want to be careful anytime rotation comes into play here. We're going to be taking off. Set number 2 in 3, 2, 1, go get it. 12 on the left, 12 on the right. Show me what you got. Remember, when you're coming down, you want to make sure you're coming down slowly, right? Breathe in on the way down, breathe out on the way up. On the way down, gravity is acting as an accelerating force, so that's why you're going to be more likely to lose control. You want to make sure that you're coming down floating like a feather. Meaning right now, you're halfway through that set, you should be switching to the other arm right now. All right, team. 3, 2, 1. Take a break. You get a 1-minute break. We got to do that one more time, and then we're moving right along. After the row, we have the one-legged squat. We'll talk more about that in a minute or two. Right now, I want you kind of getting focused and zeroing in your thinking about that final set of rows. We want to make sure that your first repetition looks like your 8th repetition, and that looks like your 12th repetition. Bring consistency into your movement here, everybody. That is the whole point of strength training. You're halfway through your break. You got 30 seconds left, and then we're moving right along. I need you to keep hanging in there and lean through to the finish line, everybody. Are you ready? I want you to set yourself up. Make sure those feet are directly underneath your hips. Make sure that your back is flat. Don't let it hunch. Take a deep breath in. You got 12 more per arm in 3, 2, 1. Give me my 12. Go. You got a 1-minute interval here. 12 left, 12 right. Make them count and make them look good. Come on, are you able to finish with that tempo that we talked about here? It doesn't have to be a fast tempo. It just has to be a tempo decided by you that you're able to deliver through all 12 repetitions. That is really what we're after here. You got 20 seconds left. If you got through that final set of 12, completely cool. Take a break, drink a little bit more water, and I want you to think about what we got going on here next, which is going to be your one-legged squat. All right, team. 3, 2, and 1. Take a break, catch your breath, and kind of pay attention to me because I'm going to demonstrate what we're doing next here. We have the one-legged box squat coming up. To do that, you will need your chair. Make sure that you do not lose your balance on this one. What I'm going to have you do, stand right in front of the chair. Make sure that your position is correct. So come down on 2 legs, find a full sitting position, and then come up. So you know if you don't move your feet, you will wind up in that same exact spot every single time. What I need you to do from there is bring one leg off the ground. You're going to come down slowly in a count of 3. Sit down all the way in the chair, and you're going to come up either on 2 legs, or if you're feeling a little bit stronger, you can come down and up on 1 leg. I want you to be careful with this one. If you have any kind of knee injury, any kind of lower back injury, you're going to stick to coming up on 2 legs only. One more time, check it out. You're on 1 leg. You're coming all the way down to a full sitting position. Keep your posture intact, and then you're coming straight up. I need 12 of them on the left, 12 of them on the right. 3, 2, 1, go. You're going to go with your non-dominant leg first, or whatever you perceive to be the weaker side. Be careful with this one, everybody. If you have something to hang on to for balance, go ahead and use that too. Maybe it's another chair, maybe it's a table, banister. If you need some help with the balance, I want you to be careful. I'm going to give you a full minute to get through that first set of 12. Take your time on this one. Remember, it is okay to come down on 1 leg and then up on 2 legs. And you are driving through the heel. You are driving through the rear of that foot. Try not to let that heel even come off the ground. You got to keep it connected, rooted solidly into your floor. You got 15 seconds left, and then we're switching to the other leg. All right, team. 3, 2, and 1. Take a moment. We're going to be switching over to the other side again. Make sure your position is correct. You don't want to fall down on the floor and hit your head on the ground. That would not be cool. So now we got the other leg coming up. Give me that full sitting position, full standing position, ideally on 1 leg. Remember, you can come down on 1 and up on 2. You got 1 minute. Give me my 12 in 3, 2, 1, and go. Show me what you got. All right, team, you're halfway through. 30 seconds up. You got 30 to go. Come on. Finish it. Finish it. All right, team, you get to take a break for 1 minute in 3, 2, and 1. Take a break. You got 1 minute. Breathe. Make sure that you're feeling rested. We're going to do that again. You got 12 on the left. You got 12 on the right coming up here. You got a full minute to rest and recover. We are nearing the end here. I want everybody to kind of stay focused and keep the form intact. Remember, the more tired you get, the less awareness you're going to have, especially when you're nearing the end of the set. You're probably not going to lose your balance on the first, second, or third one, but maybe like the 10th or the 11th one, things will get a little bit wobbly. I want you to make sure we're finishing with form and integrity here. Are you ready? We're going to go again with your non-dominant leg first. Remember, the whole point of that is we want your workout to get less difficult the more tired you get, and not more difficult the more tired you get. That could be your weaker side, non-dominant side, or the injured side. The harder one is going to go first. That is our bottom line. 3, 2, 1. Give me 12 on the left and 12 on the right. Show me what you got. Remember, I'm giving you a full minute to get through that initial first set of 12. Looking good. Make sure you keep that balance. If you need to kind of recenter yourself, give me a couple bodyweight squats with both legs on the ground. That way you know where your butt will wind up when you come down. All right, team, are you ready? We're going to be hitting the other leg in 3, 2, and 1. You got 1 minute to give me my 12. Go get it. In 3. Come on, team. If you're feeling really, really strong, you could try it without that chair, although I would not recommend that. You got 30 seconds left, everybody, and then we are moving right along. After your final set here, we have one more movement to do, and that is going to be the chopper. You have come this far. Maybe you're willing to come a little bit further. Remember, you can get stronger even though you don't have your usual gym or your usual equipment. All you have to do is move the right way. Final 10 seconds here. You are going to be done with the one-legged squat in 3, 2, and 1. Check it out. We are moving along. We have the chopper, and this is your last component to the strength workout today. I want you to either grab your backpack or your dumbbells. You're going to hold the backpack by the bottom, kind of like you're putting a box up on a shelf. What I need you to do is get in the center. We're going to rotate the hip to the left. We're going to press it overhead. We're going to come back to the middle. We're going to rotate to the right. And again, we're going to press it overhead. If you need to, feel free to use a little bit of leg for assistance. If you don't need to, great. You're going to lift all the way up. Try and get that weight to the crown of your head. Kind of think like an Olympic weightlifter. We need 12 in total here, everybody. We are taking off in 3, 2, and 1. Remember, a little bit of time under tension will be very helpful. Make sure you're not rushing it. Boom. Get a good amount of time under tension here to help simulate lifting a heavier load. If you don't have heavy weights laying around your house, I know most of you don't. And remember, at the top, what I'm looking for is no forward lean. I want you to be able to reach your hands up to the crown of your head. So the hand and shoulder are really on one line. You're halfway through the set, everybody. If you got 12, completely cool, put it down and breathe. And remember, everybody, if you need help, you have any questions about what we're doing, feel free to type it in. I can't see your faces, but I can see anything you type here. Leave me a comment if you need help out there. You get a minute off, everybody, in 3, 2, and 1. Take a break for a moment. You get 1 minute off. I need you to catch your breath. I need you to just relax. You got 2 more sets going on here, and then we're going to cool you down. Breathe. And remember, if you get fatigued, if you feel like you're not getting the hands up where they need to go, let's say they're only coming here instead of to the crown of the head, I want you to really focus on using the leg to help with that overhead lift. And here's why. The leg can help you get your weight up, but can the leg help you get the weight back down? No, it really can't. Your arm is really exposed by itself when that weight is coming down. So that is really where the benefit will be if you get tired, right? You're still going through the motion is still getting stronger, and we're doing what we can to maximize that full range of motion. We're taking off into set number 2 in 3, 2, 1, deliver 12. Remember, I need that rotation. Use that leg. Make sure you're exhaling on the way up. Make sure you're breathing in on the way back down. You are nearly done. I don't care if you got to go on willpower alone. You are finishing right now. Remember, you got to keep that posture intact as well. You got 30 seconds left in the set here, everybody. Make it count. And remember, if you got another water bottle laying around or another book laying around, do what you can. Make it heavy. The heaviest weight you can handle for 12 repetitions. You can tell you have the right weight set up if it feels like you cannot go longer than those 12 reps, everybody. You only have 10 more seconds in the set. Give me a clean finish. You are done in 3, 2, and 1. You got a minute off. Breathe. You can sit down in your chair for a moment if you like. Get your heart rate down. You got to get your heart rate back under control. Get your breathing under control. If you control your breathing, you control your heart rate. If your heart rate is coming up out of control, take those 2 to 3 slow, deep breaths like we talked about before, and you're going to be able to watch that heart rate drop every single time you repeat that. We have our third and final set with that rotational chop here, everybody. I need you to go out with a bang. The first one should look like the 8th one. It should look like the 12th one. I want a good amount of consistency and tempo throughout the entire set. You do what you got to do to get there, whether it's using the upper body by itself or using a little bit of help from the leg. There's nothing wrong with using the leg for help. We are taking off into your final set of 12 in 3, 2, 1, and go. You got 1 minute to get through all 12. If you want to do a little bit longer than 12 repetitions, go ahead. Do a little bit more. This is the last thing you have to do that will involve a weight. After this, we are cooling down. Finish. If you got your 12 already, how many can you get in a row without needing to put it down? If you can get 12 more, go for it. I am not going to limit you. I am not going to hold you back. You got 20 seconds left, everybody. Give me a clean finish. You are done in 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful job, everybody. You made it through the hard stuff. Now we're going to cool you down. Take those weights, take that backpack, put it off to the side, make a little bit of room on the floor. All right, we're going to focus a little bit on your back, especially here. What I want everybody to do is going to move my computer a little bit. We're going to do a little back extension. You're going to get flat on the ground. I want you to keep your hip in contact with the ground. Whatever you do, don't let that hip come up. Keep those elbows about 2 inches beneath the height of your shoulders. Shoulder blades should be pinned down low. You're going to exhale, push up, and see if you can get your elbows to straighten out, but without your hip coming off the ground. Your hip should be in contact with the ground. We're breathing in on the way down. We're breathing out on the way up. Take your time. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. At the top, make sure you're pushing those shoulders down. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Only go up as far as you can without that hip coming off the ground. If the hip's coming off the ground, you're going up a little bit too far. If I need to hold it here, that is completely cool. One more time. Deep breath in. And a deep breath out. From here, all I need you to do is bring your knees together, reach those hands forward, try to get your forehead towards the ground, and push your butt down towards your heels. This is the opposite of what we just did. Now we're not extending your back, now we are flexing it forward a little bit here. This one should feel pretty good. From here, coming to a 4-point position. We're going to stretch a little bit of that middle spine, your thoracic spine from here. Open up your right hand kind of like a book. Reach it up towards the ceiling and hold it there. You might feel a little crack in your back. I know I just did. Make sure you are looking up towards your fingertips. You don't want to have your eyes remain towards the ground. We want to move all the vertebrae in the same direction here. If you keep the head looking down, it's kind of like wringing out a washcloth. Good. Hold it there again. It should feel pretty good. Bring it down, and then hit me with the other arm. Bring it up. Kind of running out of room here a little bit. I need you to hold that position for 10 more seconds, everybody. All right, very slowly, I need you to come up and on your feet. Slowly. If you stand up a little bit too quick, you might get a little bit dizzy, right? So that is why at the end especially you're going to come up slow. What I want everybody to do is try and bring the resting heart rate back. Reach your hands out like this. We're going to pull your hands into your chest. You're going to stick your chest up, take a deep breath in. And then exhale as you push the hands away. You're going to do it 2 more times. Hands out, deep breath in through your nose. Fill those lungs up with air. And exhale, out through your mouth. 1 more time. Deep as you can. Deep breath in. And a deep breath out. That is all I have for you today, everybody. You made it. You are done. This is going to be your new gym here for a while. If you liked it, leave me a comment. Give it a like. Let Dr. Chris know. And remember, we're going to be doing this consistently throughout this entire lockdown quarantine kind of procedure. If you have any questions or you need anything, let me know, let Dr. Chris know, and we'll be more than happy to help you out. I hope you had a good time with us here today, and I hope to see you next time. That would be on Thursday. This is Coach Kyle. We are over, and we are out.